Good evening. This is your escape to alternate realities, mysteries of the unknown, or sometimes even your greatest fears. For centuries, tales of the riveting or enigmatic have been a transport for the mind to highs, lows, and all things in between. The destination for your consciousness awaits you at the door. We will begin shortly, so sit wherever you'd like. Get comfortable, and welcome to the Fable Coalition. I usually like to watch TV with my little sister, Kimberly. She was only 5, so of course she watched all the cutesy kid shows. I didn't really mind it, though. They made her happy, and I liked spending time with her. She watched shows like Dora, Blue's Clues, and Arthur. We often had a lot of DVDs of old kids shows around the house that we would watch. There was a large box of old movies and TV shows in the attic. I took a brief look at it once, but none of them looked like they would appeal to her. One day, Kimberly was at a doctor's appointment, and I thought I'd have time to watch a movie aimed more towards my age range. So I thought this would be a time to look through the old box of movies in the attic. While I looked through the box, I noticed that these movies didn't really interest me, but kept looking in hopes I would find something. Then I saw, at the bottom of the box, a DVD labeled Colwin's Corner. Many memories started to come back to me. I used to watch this show as a kid. It was about an orange puppet named Colwin who lived in a house on the corner of a street. He would often have his other puppet friends come over to play games and sing songs. It was cute and innocent, and I remember really liking it as a kid. I thought this would be a good show for my sister and I to watch. When Kimberly got home, I told her I had a new show for us to watch. She got excited and sat down on the couch while I put the disc in. I sat down next to her as the selection screen popped up. The screen looked just as I remembered. It showed Colwin and his friends in front of the house. I chose the first episode, and the theme song began. I was a little confused. The colors were a lot darker than I remember, and the song was sung a lot slower and in a deeper voice. I didn't think much of it as I hadn't seen the show in a long time, and I probably forgot some elements of it. The show began pretty normally. Colwin was in his house and said hello to the viewers. There was a knock on the door, and he said, "I think my friends are here." When he opened the door, I felt my heart to my throat. Standing at the door was a tall, white puppet with no nose or mouth, only pitch black eyes. I was shocked because I don't even remember these characters on the show. Even the cover of the DVD showed 2 colorful, friendly puppets. I looked over at Kimberly, and she had a big smile on her face. I was confused since an image like that would terrify a child. "I'm not sure if we should watch this anymore," I told her. "No, please keep it on," she exclaimed. I continued watching as the giant puppets didn't seem to faze her. The 2 large puppets came into the house. Colwin asked, "What do you guys want to do today?" The one puppet replied with the most horrific sound I ever heard. It sounded like a man was shouting, almost screaming in a strange language. The audio was very distorted. At this point, I got up and ejected the disc from the VCR, much to Kimberly's disappointment. "Why did you stop it? Put it back on," she said. I didn't listen and put the DVD in a drawer. Even though Kimberly wasn't bothered by the show, I still thought it was too disturbing for a 5-year-old. I had trouble sleeping that night. I kept thinking about the video. I watched that show all the time when I was younger. I definitely have seen every episode. I didn't understand why I didn't remember an episode like this. I was still curious about the rest of the episode. I decided to go downstairs and finish it. I took the DVD out of the drawer and I put it in the VCR. I put on headphones so the noise wouldn't disturb my family. The episode began the same, with the strange intro and the large puppets. After the one puppet made the terrifying sound, Colwin replied, "You're right. We should play a game." It cut to a live-action arm painted orange to represent Colwin's. The knife went up to the arm and started to cut slits, each one deeper than the last. Colwin started to scream a blood-curdling scream. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I felt sick to my stomach. Blood gushed out of the wounds as the screams got louder and louder. It then cut to a live-action neck painted orange. The knife went up to the throat and cut a slit in it, and blood began gushing out. It showed Colwin gasping heavily for air before his eyes turned completely white. The episode ended with him falling to the ground as the two tall, white puppets looked directly into the camera with pitch black eyes. I was utterly terrified at this point. I immediately ejected the DVD and threw it in the trash. I couldn't sleep at all that night. I kept thinking about that episode. I got up the next morning and went downstairs to get some breakfast. I walked past Kimberly's room and saw that she wasn't in there. When I got downstairs, I saw her on the couch, finishing up the horrific episode I watched last night. I immediately grabbed the remote and turned the TV off. "Why did you do that?" she asked. "Where did you get that DVD?" I shouted. "It was in the garbage," she replied. "I took it out because I wanted to finish the episode." "That show is very bad," I shouted. "No, it's not," she said. "They were just baking a cake." "What?" I said. "The episode about Colwin and his friends baking a cake," she replied. I was shocked. "What did his friends look like?" I asked. "One was blue and one was red," she replied. "I really liked it. Can I watch it again?"